Hey everyone, it's the Masked Hedonist doing her very first video on snuff. I am a former tobacco user. I have turned to other ways, means, and mechanisms of getting a nicotine fix besides combustible smoke, and I have decided to share these methods with you, and particularly snuff. I've also found that there are very few female sniffers out there, and I would like to give my perspective on that as well as a female sniffer. I've been snuffing for a couple of months now. I've collected probably 30 to 35 different types of snuff in those couple of months, and so I still consider myself a beginner, but I would like to share with you my honest opinions on the particular snuffs that I've chosen for YouTube purposes, and also because I found that on YouTube, when I'm looking for a particular review on snuffs, sometimes they're just not out there, or sometimes the reviewer isn't giving the particular information that I'm looking for. In other words, sometimes they just kind of like snuff and go, that's good, or you know, they just don't give them as detail as I would like. So, I am the Masked Hedonist, and I am going to give you my honest reviews on snuff. And my very first review is going to be McChrystal's Raspberry. And in my snuffing history, my very brief snuffing history, I have had the chance to compare this with Pöschl's Raspberry. And I can say that this particular snuff, and I'll try to show you what it looks like here, and my camera would be crappy enough to not be able to show the detail. I think this is a 3.5 gram tin. It's really small tin compared to my other snuffs. This is probably the smallest tin that I have. The website where I ordered it didn't really specify the size, but I think from what I've read it's 3.5 grams of snuff. And it's a really small tin, and I've gone through probably half of it, and I really do enjoy the snuff. Compared to the Pöschl's Raspberry, this is not a mentholated snuff. It's a straight up raspberry flavor snuff. And I want to show you, I've tapped out some snuff here on my OtterBox. Do you guys know what an OtterBox is? An OtterBox is an airtight little box that's made by the Otter Company, and they used to make a really good quality airtight product, including this, which is, it's called an iPod Armor, which I have for my iPod, and my iPod 160 gig right here. I currently am downloading videos off YouTube for it, but anyway, OtterBox used to make a really good quality product. However, the past couple of boxes I've ordered from them have literally fallen apart. But I'm actually using the OtterBox right now to try to keep my snuffs in an airtight environment. So anyway, the McChrystal's Raspberry Snuff. I use this snuffing device that I made with my Dremel tool and some duct tape, and it looks really shabby, but it works really well. I can compare it to this double-barreled snorter that I've purchased off another website, and actually this does not work as well as this homemade device that I made with my Dremel tool. To snuff an even amount in both nostrils and be able to keep it in the forward part of my nose. In other words, I'll show you how I do it. I put the snorter in, and I keep it in the front part of my nose, and then I go and I snuff a reasonable amount, and it gets it pretty evenly into my nose, I'll say that. And I can tell you, let's just review this snuff for a minute. It's a very subtle raspberry flavor, but you can definitely tell the raspberry is there and it's very strong. And I want to talk to you for a minute while I let the flavor sort of savor there up in my nose. And I can tell you that it's going to last for a little while because I've done this flavor before. And it's McChrystal's. Yeah. And it lasts pretty well. It lasts pretty well, and I don't want to call it bland, because compared to the Pöschl's raspberry, that's a very mentholated oil-based snuff, which the menthol just kind of sort of gives you a zing, and this snuff doesn't do that. But it's not a harsh snuff at all. It's very light. It's a dry snuff. It lingers in the nostrils for a good while. I can say that when I tap out some of it, I want to go back to it probably about every couple of minutes for a few hits, and it keeps me a happy girl. Yeah. So I can say that this McChrystal's, not sure, because I don't know how they manufacture it as far as sizes go. Like I said, it's a real small tin compared to my other tins that I've amassed. I'm not sure if they make it in a larger tin. I would like to purchase it in a larger tin, but I just don't know if they make it that way. But I think the smaller tin, it stays pretty fresh in there, yeah. And I'm ready to go to it again, you know. Here we go with my homemade snorter with duct tape and everything. I'm going to try it again. Put it to the board of my nose. Inhale lightly. Very fruity, very fruity. Not sweet. It's not sweet like you would think it would be. It's just fruitful. It's a subtle, fruitful aroma, very pleasing, and definitely something I'd like to pick up again. And thank you for watching my first review. I think that's all I've got to say at this point. But do keep in touch with me. I'm going to definitely make some more reviews. I've got a lot of different snuffs to review and a lot of different ways to describe them. And coming from a female perspective, I hope that you'll enjoy that. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.